Pegasus says that on his channel, what he does is just report the news of the latest internet situation while jutting in with his opinion here and there.
Personally, I'm just reporting the news and stating my opinion, so...
Which that's fine on the face of it, until you watch his videos and realize that he's trying to pass off cutting context, omitting key details of stories, or just flat out lies as his personal opinion. As most people have noticed, in the last 3 months, he's completely turned his channel into Mr. Beast Watch with KSI and Logan Paul videos on the side, which it's a funny meme to look at the state of his channel and see all these repeated titles and thumbnails, some of them literally just being flipped on the other side. But at the core of it, I don't care if somebody makes a lot of videos on something. What is much more important to me is what they're saying in them, and that's where the real problem is with this channel. Pegasus's coverage of the Mr. Beast story has been entirely one-sided to fit the agenda of fueling the fire to the social dogpile on Mr. Beast. The first example to show this is back in July when a Mr. Beast employee named Chucky, who was the guy who apparently made the decision to fire Dogpack for erratic behavior, when he came out speaking against some of Dogpack's allegations that he could personally testify for, since he was there for a lot of the stuff that Dogpack was trying to say was fake. This is how Pegasus reported on the situation.
No, actually, Chucky, you're just a paid shill for Mr. Beast. Can you stop glazing him for 1 second and open your eyes, Mr. Chuck? He only speaks one language, and that's the ancient dialect of Mr. Beast glazing 24/7.
This whole section is bad. Anytime Chucky speaks about something that he witnessed because he was on the job, Pegasus just writes it off as who even cares about this part.
He acts like exposing us for using CGI to make backgrounds look cool when we have done multiple public behind-the-scenes videos with So Crispy showing this. It's clearly not a secret. On top of that, we did drive buses in that pit, and same with the train that you claim we didn't. Listen, Chucky, alright? You are dodging all the main accusations of Dogpack's video. You're just addressing the dumb little stuff that nobody cares about.
That's not dodging. He's doing exactly what he said he would be doing, trying to clear up things that he could personally speak on. You're asking him to address things that he wasn't there for.
Nobody cares if Mr. Beast uses CGI in some of his videos, okay?
And I don't know what he means when he says no one cares about the CGI thing. Yeah, sure, I don't personally care about it. It sounds like you don't either, but Dogpack alleged that in his video. So just because you personally don't care about it, the guy isn't allowed to respond to it?
Some of the points in Dawson's video were to build a bigger picture for the more serious accusations. It's the first video on his channel. It's not going to be perfect, alright?
It's his first video, man, so even if he lied about something, come on, why do you gotta call him out on it? It's all about building the bigger picture, which is a great idea, mixing in a bunch of lies with the more serious allegations. You're gonna see a lot of this, Pegasus doing all these gymnastics to avoid criticizing Dogpack at all costs, and especially seeing the way he treats him versus Soggy Cereal later on. The double standard in his coverage becomes very transparent.
This wink was added in post. Bruh, he really did wink. This is a flat out lie again. Bruh, put the bruh sound effect. Bruh. Imagine having allegations of conducting illegal lotteries, promoting gambling to kids, and all these other horrid things, right? And then you got Chucky on your team who responds with, but did this person really wink? I hate how Dawson has to respond to these absolutely tiny, inconsequential things that Chucky brought up.
That Chucky brought up?
Chucky brought up.
You hate that Dogpack has to respond to this?
I hate how Dawson has to respond to these absolutely tiny, inconsequential things.
He's the one who brought up the point to begin with.
It's just annoying. Like, we should be focusing on all the major accusations here.
Yeah, I agree. We should focus on the major allegations. But who's the one who brought this up in the first place? So it's not a problem when Dogpack brings up small shit as stupid as a wink in his video, but then when someone responds saying, hey, that was wrong, now it becomes a problem? If Dogpack didn't want anyone to disprove what he was saying, then he should have never just told as many lies as he did in his video in the first place. But Pegasus purposely finds a way to avoid critiquing Dogpack and wraps it around to still being about Mr. Beast because that's the narrative.
Way to deflect absolutely everything. And when I asked you in DMs for clarification regarding these allegations, what did you do? That's right, you didn't even respond. It's been over 2 days. I'm waiting for a response. I gave you a chance to respond, and clearly you had nothing to say about stuff like the illegal lottery.
Yeah, of course he didn't respond about the legal lotteries because, as he said, all he was making the post for was to talk about what he knew and was there for. Why did you expect anything different? The second main example against Pegasus's coverage on Mr. Beast is when Dogpack went forward to spread false allegations of domestic violence against James Warren in his third video, which all he had to do was wait a week to get the correct information to confirm this, but chose not to and spread these accusations baselessly. And Dogpack has even confirmed to me in DMs that he has hurt apparently the other real victim stories he's told by doing this. But when Pegasus made a video on this, he cut the context of Dogpack's video to make it seem like the reporting was far better and more legitimate than it actually was.
Dude, all these people are pieces of shit. You should audit them and see if they cover this. So Pegasus literally cuts this part out of the video, so you don't see that the reporting was bad.
I heard that he's very aggressive. I've heard him referred to as a psychopath who screams at people and hits his girlfriends. There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him. James Warren, also allegedly an ex-drug addict.
Dude, you see the fucking cut?
That was Pegasus's version in his video, and this is the part that he cut out immediately after.
Filed against him, and I say allegedly because it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren who assault their girlfriends, I guess. So I'm still having people look into these cases.
What cutting that context does is give the viewer a completely different perception of the seriousness of this allegation. The cutout part shows the irresponsibility of Dogpack that he's going to include a screenshot of State of North Carolina versus James Warren when he hasn't even figured out yet if it's the same James Warren he's accusing. That is next level, and was the point that destroyed Dogpack's credibility, showing he was just throwing anything against the wall to see what stuck, even at the cost of innocent people. So the problem isn't that just Pegasus cut this part out, but also that he had nothing to say about it, which continues to show this double standard and bias towards Dogpack. And weirdly enough, when Dogpack put out his tweet a week later admitting there weren't any domestic violence charges against James Warren, Pegasus takes down his video, which I think was the right call, but the way he went about doing it was pretty weird. He tries to discreetly take this down without anyone noticing and rearrange the numbers to his Mr. Beast series to act as if it never existed. If you look at his channel right now, the current number 11 in his series was actually number 12, because the video Mr. Beast's Empire is Crumbling was the original 11. It's possible he was just doing this for organization's sake, but given everything else, I think this was like purposeful.
Very suspicious, you know, not making any accusations, but very interesting timing by the Beast team, you know, trying to sweep it under the rug, it seems.
And then when reporting on Dogpack's correction tweets, he made sure to do it in the last minute of his video, which will be important to remember later on. But if this was all and there wasn't anything else, I don't think I'd make a video on it, but it's not. For the third main example, if you're just a Pegasus viewer, this will be the first time you hear of this, because if you look at his channel, he just chose not to cover this because of how bad it made Dogpack and Rosanna look. In a collab video, they both accused Mr. Beast of having CP in a company work chat, which they even advertised in their video by putting the alleged CP on their thumbnail, barely censored with big bold text saying, "She's 13, Chris would love this." This is deranged, and the only thing comparable is the "She's 12 Zam" meme. And it turned out that not only was this not a company work chat like they were claiming it was when those messages were sent, but the girl was 18. And what was Rosanna and Dogpack's response when people justifiably called them out on this? To claim all their critics are either paid opposition or Keemstar attack dogs that are secretly conspiring against them. These two are unhinged, and already their credibility wasn't high before this point, but this is what brought it to ground zero. And Pegasus chose to not cover any of this because why? When going over Soggy Cereal's video where he called this out, Pegasus gave this reasoning why he didn't cover it.
Now after this, he goes over the Dogpack and Rosanna Ivanka Trump thing, where basically they accuse like Ava and maybe Mr. Beast to be in like a work chat, and they were spreading these images that were illegal, but obviously it came out to be false. And obviously I did not cover this in length because, you know, I knew it was absolutely egregious.
Wait, you didn't cover it because you knew it was egregious?
I knew it was absolutely egregious.
So you apparently knew this was bad, but didn't think it was important enough to inform your viewers that the top source for your Mr. Beast coverage the last 3 months made a fuck up this big that killed his credibility entirely? I thought you were the news reporter guy.
And I'm simply reporting the news. Like, that's literally the job of the news, to report what's happening. And I'm simply reporting the news.
It's actually just an agenda to only cover the stuff that makes Mr. Beast look bad. Just choosing to only be one-sided because that's what the popular narrative is. And these guys are terrified of their comment section eating them alive for having a different opinion or something that's even a little bit more reasonable, because it's all just fuck Mr. Beast socially. And if you have any opinion that slightly deviates to the other side, they'll purity test you back into fucking form. For the fourth main example though, where Pegasus's bias showed the hardest was when he covered Soggy Cereal's video on Dogpack. It's so transparent here. He poisons the well and primes his audience to already be so against Soggy Cereal by covering a different video entirely before he even goes on to his Mr. Beast video, where he tries to paint Soggy as a liar while simultaneously lying about him.
70% of the videos is just a replay of Dogpack's content that's already filled with lies and manipulation, and the remaining 30% is just you making the most slanderous and uninformed statements possible. possible. Even add my own misinformation defamatory statements on top, like more Pegasus.
Once again, complete lie. Of course, he gives 0 examples of this because I never did that.
Except he did give an example that you purposely cut out to lie to your audience. This was the full clip from Soggy's video that Pegasus didn't show.
Making the most slanderous and uninformed statements possible.
Now, the most damning allegation here has to be this guy called Mac, right? So Mac was made out to be this random person that is trying so hard to win these challenges, and everyone is emotionally invested in his success. Well, it turns out in
Mac a random contestant? What the fuck are you talking about? Jimmy even referred to him as a friend at the start of the video.
I have built the most deadly obstacle course in the world, and my friend Mac here is attempting to complete it.
Of course, he gives 0 examples of this because I never did that.
This wasn't framed as an opinion. This was just you making a definitive statement. Mac was made out to be this random person, and that was wrong. Exactly what Soggy said. Just own it. It's not even that big of a deal. But what makes it bigger is you lying on top of it and spinning a bullshit story to your audience. Now, Soggy Slop and MrBeast video have both had problems that I've had my fair share critiques of, going over both of them in their entirety on stream. But the difference that I see is that this is how Soggy responds when you critique him.
I'm gonna be real, man. Even if there was like an hypocrisy point, I think even if you had a point to bring up there, you should have definitely clarified that, like, hold on though. Hey, by the way, here's some more context for this Cam Nuggets guy. He wasn't exposed for this. I think that context like needs to be added, or that section needs to be cut out.
Yeah, that also makes sense. It is, yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm not like Dawson. I'm not like gonna fucking try to put bandages on this. Like, I don't mind admitting that I was wrong there, and I'm just gonna cut it out.
Yeah, that's cool, and I appreciate you being able to, like, you know, own up to it or whatever, and wanted to like take it out and like edit that section. I appreciate that. I think that's good.
This was my conversation with him I had over his video, and he owns it and makes the moves to fix it. But how does Pegasus respond when he's critiqued? He lies about what the other person said and spreads it to his audience. His bias and double standard becomes even more transparent the more the video continues.
So in this video, I will be debunking close to every accusation.
Okay, spoilers, he debunks some of the stuff after getting insider info that we didn't have access to. But a lot of the stuff, he's like, well, MrBeast employee said this, therefore it is correct. When it's just a he said, she said. Like, people lie, obviously. Dogpack can lie, and the MrBeast employees can lie. So, you know, keep that in mind as we go through this.
Dude, it's like he's panicking as he lets Soggy's video play for just a few seconds and tries to so quickly go through it and brush it off, when this video completely dismantled Dogpack, aka the source that you've been reporting on for months. What you'll notice is that Pegasus has such different energy for Dogpack calling out MrBeast versus Soggy calling out Dogpack.
Being deceitful here because he's comparing a single serving sized 43 grams Hershey's bar to a 2 serving sized 60 grams Feastables bar, instead of comparing it to a 1 serving sized 35 grams Feastables bar.
Okay, he keeps addressing the most insignificant allegations that nobody cares about. This was such a minor point.
Suddenly, when Soggy points out a lie, no one cares about it anymore. I think if we look at your past videos, you'd get a different impression.
Where it has mostly the same ingredients as Hershey's and even more sugar and more calories per bar.
30 grams of sugar per bar. Dude, that's almost as much as a Coca-Cola can. What the freak? Do not buy this absolute dog shit that he's calling a health food. Even more unhealthy than the brand he's constantly shitting on, Hershey's. That is some sinister shit, okay?
Some sinister shit, huh? What happened to no one caring? Pegasus when Dogpack lies about MrBeast.
That is some sinister shit, okay?
Versus Pegasus when Soggy Cereal points out Dogpack lying.
He keeps addressing the most insignificant allegations that nobody cares about.
Listen to the way he calls out and treats Dogpack versus Soggy.
He basically says the banner on MrBeast's channel, the subscribe for a cookie, is manipulative, which it's a bit of a stretch. Okay, just gonna be fair here. That is a bit of a weak point, but it doesn't invalidate all the other points in this video like some people were saying. This guy has made a shit ton of good points in this video, right?
Quietly saying, hey man, you know, I don't think this was the best point, but don't worry, it doesn't discredit anything else you've said, and the rest of your video is really good. You made really good points, man. Can you at least try to hide the bias a little more? Not a third of this charity that you gave to Dogpack was given to Soggy.
Me and Dawson were cordial, but I will say it was a little uncomfortable with just me and him in the office. He seemed pretty disinterested. He gave weird vibes for sure. Yeah. And
literally, what is the point of any of this? You've barely asked anything relevant at all. Okay, how did you feel about Dawson? Who cares if they hate him or like him? They're on MrBeast's side, and Dawson is not. Of course, they don't like him.
You see this crazy nitpicking when all Soggy is trying to do is set the scene of how the other employees' experiences were with the main accuser who's trying to take down the company. Where was the same nitpicking when it came to Jake Weddle's interview? You had nothing to say when this guy compared MrBeast to his dad who sexually assaulted kids.
My dad was like a so Dutch, a neighborhood someday, and everybody loved it. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit. And so when stuff starts hitting the fan, what? Him? No, surely. But then the news broke, you know, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team. And it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised. And it was just a consequence that's happened to somebody who was really good at avoiding them for a long time. And I don't know, everybody loves Jimmy. And behind closed doors, he is not super great.
Wow, that is absolutely horrific if that is true. That is absolutely awful to hear, so...
Nothing but positive things to say about that entire mess of an interview, but God forbid Soggy asks a couple like base grounding questions to just set the scene. I don't even care if you think that both Soggy's and Dogpack's interviews both had irrelevant parts, but just be consistent. Pegasus is so quick to look for anything and everything to shit on this video.
But just as I will rip into Jimmy later in this video...
Spoilers, by later he means the absolute end of the video. He does like 4 minutes at the end of a 1.5 hour long video.
There's no way you're saying this when your correction to the domestic violence charges was in your last 60 seconds of this 24-minute video.
By later he means the absolute end of the video.
But lastly, in his video covering MrBeast's response, he just cuts context again, trying to frame MrBeast as if he said the external investigation found no wrongdoing, when he said the opposite just seconds prior from the clip he shows in his video. Pegasus plays the timestamp 9:31 to 9:52 in his video, and then says this about it.
The result of the third-party investigation said that they were hiring a new CEO, CFO, CPO, and general counsel, which is a very interesting result for an investigation that supposedly didn't find much wrong.
Not only did no one say this, but Jimmy said the exact opposite seconds ago at 9:23.
A lot of people are saying, oh, of course, Jimmy did an internal investigation, found himself, you know, they didn't find any wrongdoing, which is also not true, which I assume we'll go into that more later. They did find some wrongdoing, just not in regards to like the serious Ava allegation. So that's a, you know, false truth. And then on top of that, it wasn't an internal investigation.
There is a 0% chance he just missed this. If you look at the transcript, it's literally the line above. He purposely cut this to frame a narrative to his audience and make MrBeast look worse. You can't watch this guy's videos and rely on him for an honest retelling or summary of the story. You gotta cross-reference like every clip that he shows. Pegasus is far from the only one who's like this, but he is the biggest. And many people go to him in hopes to get an accurate summary of events of the latest drama, but you can't count on him for that. It's so funny how he boasts about how he's a real one, who doesn't bend to bigger YouTubers or the crowd, when he's just as audience captured and a slave to the public narrative as most other channels in the space.
The MrBeast team is panicking really hard. Apparently, he sent yet another warning to Dogpack404. Cease and desist, final warning. Final warning before what, Jimmy? What exactly do you want to do to Dogpack here? Beast actually trying to be a cartoon anime villain here with this BS legal stuff.
But today's video is a little bit different, right? It's still just gonna be me complaining about a random thing on the internet. But usually, in my videos, I like to have a discussion, right? I at least want to have a conversation about something. Usually, whether it's irrelevant or not, whether it's a relevant YouTube drama that nobody cares about in the grand scheme of things, I like to talk about something. I like to have a good conversation about something. But today, we're not going to be doing any of that. It's just going to be pure shit talking. I have nothing. There's no conversation to be had with this channel. It's just going to be pure fucking cringe and me just insulting this bitch. This girl is named Lauren Alexis. She's got 1.1 million subscribers, and it looks like she's just like a derivative version of fucking Zoe Berger all the way back in like 2016, 2017. It's an ass and titty channel.
Sexy lingerie try-on haul. Sexy Christmas lingerie try-on haul. Hot. Naughty Christmas spin the wheel. Hot. The sexy lingerie try-on haul. Hot.
Fucking again. It's the same title, and it works. But it's such a good cash cow. And do you know who I blame? Do you know who I really blame for channels like this blowing up? It's you horny little boys out there. It's for horny fucking men stroking their cocks to this kind of content. Because no woman is watching this. This bitch has definitely got a 99.9 fucking male demographic. Only horny little boys can sit through this bullshit. So today, we're gonna be sitting through this bullshit. Let's take a look at this classic with almost 8 million views, her most popular video. Naughty Spin the Wheel Challenge.
Hot.
What is going on, guys? It is Lauren and I'm back with another main channel video. Okay, so I've noticed that you guys love the challenge kind of videos, and I did one spin the wheel and you guys seem to really like it, so I thought, why not do another one? We've got some similar things, but some are a little bit different, but we'll get to that in a minute. If you want to see some behind the scenes of this and some naughtier content, then go to the link in my description and pinned comment.
Of course, this bitch has got an OnlyFans, but are my videos this boring because I don't have any music? I'm like having a revelation right now. Do I need to add fucking music to my videos? Or is this bitch just the most boring motherfucker of all goddamn time? Is this really? I don't know. Please let me know, because if my videos are this painful to sit through, I'm killing myself.
My exclusive pages have NSFW content and it's all 18 plus, so make sure you are over the age of 18 if you're going to check out the pages. I'll have a limited discount on for you guys especially, so make sure you go and check it out so that you can get it at a cheaper price. I mean, why not? Everyone loves it when it's cheap, right? Anyway guys, before I keep going on, don't forget to go follow me on my Instagram and on my Twitter, which is where you can stay up to date with me. And let's get into the video.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's just me. I don't think it's just me. I think this is just one of the most boring goddamn bitches known to mankind. Ever since the caveman fucking ages, there's been no bitch with this little amount of personality known to man. And isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that anybody, you right there, you little motherfucker Billy behind the screen, you can be a YouTuber too. If this bitch can get away with it, with just having a fucking set of titties, a set of titties and an ass, and no personality, literally not even, if there were stats for fucking personality right here, she would be 99 million titties. Zero personality, zero anything else, and she's made it. She's a millionaire. She's got 1 million subs. She's got an OnlyFans. She's got a Patreon too. Why the fuck a 1 million sub YouTuber needs a Patreon where she relies on the donations from her fans? I don't know why. And she's getting ad revenue, and she's getting other bullshit from like Instagram, probably sponsorships. This bitch is rolling in the dough. And for what? Well, if we skip past the fucking 3 minutes of self-promotion, we could finally get to the content.
You guys can see it better. Okay, ready? Drop it on my car.
No.
Oh, we're straight in with the throw it back as I was doing a TikTok dance. Okay. So I still can't really do this, but I know people on TikTok kind of like lift their leg up, so they're like
I can't even record this fucking video. I can't record this. Fuck this. This isn't real. This isn't real life. How could you be this horny? How could you be this horny, dude? Like, goddamn. I've had my moments. Everybody's had their moments. I'm an 18-year-old boy. But, dude, to sit through this and to somehow get any satisfaction, you're fucking horrible. You're down into the fucking 6 feet under. You're chilling with the fucking gravestones at that point, buddy. There's no coming back for you if you jerk it to this shit. This is abominable. She doesn't know what to do, and it makes it so awkward. She tries to just fill this dead space. Like, Jesus, I know it's cancer for all, like, the Fortnite little YouTubers who put this, like, big EDM music in the background where it's just cancer, obviously just trying to get the little kids 7 seconds of fucking audience retention to keep watching their bullshit. But, dude, I'm supporting that now. I'm in support of the cancerous Fortnite music in the background of each video now. Because if I don't want this, if this is what I have to deal with as opposed to the Fortnite cancer, I'm taking Fortnite cancer any day of the goddamn week, dude.
Do you know what I mean? Like, for me, throwing it back is just like... But I don't think... People don't really do it like that, do they? So we need to kind of... Let's pretend we're doing a TikTok dance, like... Hey, Macarena. Hey. Is that how you do it? Like... Hey.
This bitch must have gotten like immediate attention from the internet and like immediate growth, because there's no way that she grinded content like this for like even a month straight, even a goddamn week straight. She had to immediately blow up because there's no other justification of doing this bullshit unless you're getting money for it, unless you're getting a ton of attention. Like I would be suicidal if I did this and still got money. Imagine me doing some shit like this. Imagine you doing some shit like this and not getting paid, not getting attention, not getting some dopamine from the fucking internet of random horny little teens telling you that you got a fat ass, that you're hot. There's no way, dude. And I'm pretty sure when I watched one of the intros to one of her videos, she said she edits all of her videos too. She has to sit through this. There must be no shame, or at least the shame gets like covered in the fucking illusion of money because you're getting paid a shit ton for this, dude.
Literally, people like, I don't know why people lift their over, but we don't need to do that. We just need to like that, you know, like.
Oh my god, dude, if you thought, oh my fuck, if you thought Dunya was bad, if you thought this clip from Dunya's channel was bad, holy fuck, this is on a whole nother goddamn universe.
I'm sliding off. Get a good grip. Get a good grip. Then I'm gonna put in position. There you go. Oh yeah. South we go. Oh yeah. Oh. Nay. Ditchy.
Just on hold.
I can't take any more of this video. We gotta check something else out. Second most popular video, 6.1 million views. Naughty challenge roulette hot.
Worried and scared. I don't know what these are gonna be. I know they're sexual. Shake your ass. Okay, that's the first one. Great. Okay, well you guys are gonna love that. So I mean, why not? I can literally do that kind of sitting down anyway. But whew. I did it.
I can't. Fuck this shit, dude. Fuck this. This is gonna be the shortest video on my goddamn channel. I don't even know. This is shit post, basically. I have no criticisms. You just fucking suck.